you wanna know what fantasy about, catch what's happening on BPSN. Before you line up, lock in, tell a friend. BPSN. Before you line up, lock in, tell a friend. How they doing today, man? Welcome to another episode of What's Happening Fantasy World, BPSN. Happy and fortunate enough to have my boy BJ Fletcher, also my teammate, Florida boy, TSU Tiger, state champion in wrestling in the state of Florida. Also, got my big cuz on here. Oh, go ahead, BJ. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying, yes, I appreciate all the accolades. Go ahead and do your introduction, man. I like that introduction.
For sure, it's well deserved. Also, got my big cousin on the call as well. I'm pulling up a picture so y'all can see, exactly what's going on, man. Hold on. Let me see. For y'all that don't know, when I say big cuz, I'm talking about none other than Ike Charlton, right? So for y'all that don't know who cuz is, he played corner for the Virginia Tech Hokies. All right, he played with Michael Vick. Also, got drafted by the Seahawks. Y'all see him showing out. Played cornerback. Was one of the first big cornerbacks, quote unquote, to revolutionize the game when they started drafting players at cornerback over 6 foot. So y'all welcome that man to the show. Cuz, you got anything you want to share with the people? Also, let me know. Also, coaches in Toronto in the Canadian League legend as well, along with NFL and Dr. Phillips High School legend as well. Go ahead, cuz. Talk to him.
Oh, man, I'm just happy to be on, man. Anytime you reach out to me for me to step on and be a part of something, man, I'm always on. This coaching life had me all locked up, but, hey, family, so let's get it.
Absolutely. Now, I know you back and forth from Canada to the States, right? And I know you following the draft. Ever since you were young, I know you was a football junkie. Tell me some insights or some highlights from the draft that you saw as far as players, because we know they took Joe Burrow in the first round. I'm gonna pull up some of the recaps from the draft and some of the players. I really want to, let's start like with quarterbacks. They took Joe Burrow first. Who you think gonna have the biggest impact as far as from quarterbacks in the NFL this year, rookies?
It's a toss-up, boss. Every year, man. You never know. It may be a cat that may be in the 6th round that show up. It may be another Russell Wilson that may show up. You never know. Pertaining to the NFL, you may get the guys that very seldomly do you get your number one quarterbacks come out right away and be a bank. We all saw Baker Mayfield, and the thing about it is Joe Burrow's system that he's been in. Luckily enough, the defensive coordinators in the NFL have seen that offense. They know it well, and so it'll just be on the weapons he have around him. Which he do have a weapon around him in Cincinnati, a very good weapon around him. It's where he be healthy enough to sustain a full season. But, I'm a Joe Burrow fan ever since I was going to watch. It's tough for me to watch Cincinnati anyway, but I'm going to check him out just because he stepped up to the podium early on with this injustice that's going on. So I became a fan.
For sure, man. I personally, I like Tua. Because I'm for the new revolution. I know, we just getting the opportunity on the mainstream, like multiple black quarterbacks, but we've been had the ability, and I'm just happy to see guys that can run around and throw that thing. So I think it made the offenses more dynamic. So I really want to see what Tua get to do down there in Miami with the with the big receiver that he got down there. And let me see, BJ, what you been checking out the draft, bro?
Right now, I can't really speak on anything.
Okay.
But
don't worry about
I'll get back to it.
When you can, jump on in.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, just to piggyback what you're saying, I'm a big time, Tua fan myself. If he don't sustain that injury and the intangibles that he's have, he probably, matter of fact, he would have been the number one pick in the draft. with the injuries he's had, but again, guys have come into the league. I'm excited about it. The thing about him is they're going to coach him not to run around early anyway because of his injury history. So if we think he's going to fall more into the mold of a Deshaun Watson, that's probably how he's going to play quarterback right off the top. So because he's not going to be able to run around, because that's a lot of money they invested in him to take an injury right away. But he probably won't play right away anyway.
I got you. What about you fantasy at all?
It's tough for me. I try. I watch my players when they do it. As a coach, we not allowed to do that stuff because But you pay attention. You hear your players talk about it. I hear my players talk about it in the meeting rooms and etc. But I follow it. But I think it's fun though.
I agree, because it's the big wave. I personally feel like, coming out with this is going to help get us on what fantasy is about. A lot of people really ain't informed about it, don't play, but it is super fun. I know, like I say, you played DB, played quarterback, went to the league at DB. I want to get more into like fantasy value as far as these receivers. Some key names that I want to look at, and that's Henry Ruggs. What's your guy named? CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Reagor and Justin Jefferson, if y'all see them four on the screen. Tell me, like, of those four, which will you think gonna have the biggest fantasy impact, just based on all of the everything that's considered, like the quarterback, the running back, the offense? Who you feel like should have the biggest breakout of these receivers, and that fantasy people should look to draft early or keep on their radar?
For some reason, I don't see what you got on the screen, but just from a fantasy standpoint, I don't even really need to look at a name, and you look at the offensive system that a CeeDee Lamb is about to go in, and to not draft him, I'm sure he's going to cost a lot to get him anyway. But to not try to find a way to draft him, and when you look at the weapons they have, with Zeke in the backfield, and my man 1-3 on one side, and then you got the great the route runner in Cooper right now, and you add him in there as a weapon. So it's like, who do you double team? So he's going to see a lot of one-on-one coverage early from inside. So, and he's a really, really good route runner. So to not draft him, when from a fantasy standpoint, to try to get points, he's going to have the opportunity to get one-on-one with slot DBs all game long.
I'm with you, because I agree. I feel like of all of them, CeeDee Lamb should have the biggest outbreak, along with Henry Ruggs. Y'all still not able to see the screen? It's still not?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot you on the call anyway. But yeah,
I'm on the call.
With the names that I named, I'm with you, because I like CeeDee Lamb, but I also like Ruggs. I like what they doing in Oakland, as far as with the tight end, with the running back. So I kind of factor that in with me. And my strategy is to see what's around the player. Like you said, with CeeDee Lamb, he got Cooper around him. He got Zeke back there. He got Dak. Once offenses are loaded up like that, to me, that gives the rookies more opportunity.
Well, Ruggs, yeah, most definitely. Ruggs is a home run threat, though. And that's how the Raiders function. I've been in that. I've been over in that organization before, and that's how they function. Is a home run, but and it's hard to complete home run balls on a regular basis in the NFL, and when you look at it from that standpoint, Gruden is a ball control type coach. Then he takes the home run, but once he gets to find his quarterback, which I think he has one, but once he get guys around him to continue to grow and to play into their system, he's more of a home run threat. So he's going to have games where he may hit a Hollywood Brown type game, and then you may tail off, because of that's what he is, a home run threat. So when you look at a CeeDee Lamb, he's a guy that run all the routes. Not saying Huggs can't run them all, but CeeDee Lamb runs all the routes. And you look at where they're going to play CeeDee Lamb. Huggs is probably going to be on the outside a lot. So it's going to be, can easy roll the safety over the top of him. And teams will know Gruden's style and when he want to try to take home run balls. So, you got to help me catch him. But when you look at a CD Lamb and the offense that he's going to be in, it's big time ball control, and Dak was the quote unquote best long ball thrower in NFL last year.
I agree, man. And then especially with the PPR leagues, I'm more trying to be in a PPR style fantasy. So I feel like, when you get to the slots and that type of offense, you will be successful if you choose and miss a high ceiling. Even the so-called experts outside of us got him ranked pretty high. Next, I wanted to talk about the running backs, right? The running back scene. What's you got any sleepers that you've been looking into right now? Personally, I got my guy that I've been wanting to really look over for sure.
No, not really. I'm intrigued to see how the kid do from Wisconsin. I think he'll complete back.
Swift.
I think he do it all. And the thing with him is he's coming from he's gonna know how to drop his pass and run the football, run in between the tackles, and he can run on the edge. So and that's pretty much NFL football. So he's gonna fit in as opposed to you get a lot of the spread offenses, zone tailbacks that there's not a lot of downhill type running. They try to implement it a little bit in certain leagues, but it's not a lot of downhill type football being run. And so when you look at the kid from Wisconsin, I like him. I like what he brings to the table. Then again, running backs, you can find them. You can find them in later rounds, and so you never know. That's a matchup. Me personally, if I'm dealing with running backs in fantasy and drafting, it's going to be on the matchup that week. To determine who if I want to put him on the roster or take a person off.
I got you. It's a guy that came out of Vanderbilt this year that I really, really like, man. Let me get his name so I can be on the radar with you. He came to the Bucks, and so let me pull him up. I cannot think of his name, and I'm gonna get killed by my Tennessee State Tiger people. Once they figure out I done forgot this guy's name, but cause he is so fast. When I say he fast, this guy right here, hold on, I'm getting it for you right now. He probably gonna end up being a starter down here. And I really think that people need to start looking out for this guy. Where he at? TJ Logan. Where the guy at? Pull him up real quick, cuz. Give me one moment.
So he played. Was he drafted?
Yeah, he was drafted in like the third round, man. Third round.
From Vanderbilt. Oh, Keyshawn Vaughn.
There you go, cuz. Say it. Yeah. Talk that name. Keyshawn Vaughn. That guy right there, to me, he gonna be the one. I know it was some cats that probably went higher. I know they had like a Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin, Clyde Edwards from LSU. They always keep some good players. Then they had Cam Akers, J.K. Dobbins. But cuz to me, man, they got to look out for that guy I'm telling you about, Keyshawn Vaughn. He one of the fastest guys in the draft. What you think about and also his opportunities? I feel like with him going to Tampa Bay, he gonna get that whole cake and caboodle rolled out for him so he could be successful. Talk to me.
Well, you gotta pay attention to Sonny Michel with a Tom Brady at quarterback, right?
Sonny Michel down there?
No, I'm just speaking about offense now.
Oh,
That's what you have to understand. With you got Grump, you got them weapons at tight end, you got them weapons at receiver. So trust me, the ball is in the air. You're gonna have to run the football, which Tampa will be able to do because of those weapons that's on the edge. So him coming in, being an option, it's gonna be a complex system for him, which he going to Vanderbilt. He's smart. He definitely should be smart enough to pick it up.
Say that.
But again, it's still an adjustment. It's still an adjustment. So his touches will be minimum. He won't get a whole lot of them. So, but he's gonna get an opportunity to have some impact plays, being like White. You know how White was in New England.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those type of backs until he comes in and get acquainted and Tom Brady can trust him. You know, so yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think he has a shot to, because of the offense he's going to be in, and you look at the Moore, and you look at that Hokie who they got over there as the head coach. You can't never go wrong with a Hokie. So Bruce Aaron's gonna make sure they gonna put together an offense that's gonna be pretty tough.
I like
And if they gel quick enough, man, definitely. Because again, you look at the New England system and you look at the Tom Moore system, they had multiple backs except EJ, when EJ was at running back a long time ago, right? But they've
Mm-hmm.
always had a situation where they play with two tailbacks. So the kid gonna get opportunity to play. It's just that how well will he do, and can he stay from getting hurt? And like I remember you mentioned DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to seeing him too. But he in Detroit, so he in the tough division. You won't see much. You won't get to see him, So for him to make an impact, you got to really, really watch it and do your homework, because for him to really to really pay attention, it'd be like, if it's the guy you want to pay attention, how is he doing throughout the season early on? So, but yeah, you can't go wrong with Keyshawn Vaughn, man. It's because of the weapons you're gonna have around him, and it's like it's pick your poison. 1 week it may be him, 1 week it may be the tight ends that eat, and it may be, the wide receivers going to do their thing anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And I actually played college ball with his coach. Hey, Coach Dre, we need them tickets, bro. We need them tickets, bro. You need to get on down here so we can check him out. You told me I need to watch him. He 4.2 certified, 4.3 certified, they say. So we're gonna be looking out for him. Another thing, want to go over sleepers, cause you got any predictions or sleepers that you got that you want to talk about? Like any players that don't nobody know about, that like somebody like you that scout that be in the game, they might need to look for, whether it's D2, D3, black college.
Not really. You look at a situation. You look at a team. You may look at a team that's maybe on the cuffs of turning that page and doing something special, and you just look at the reason why I said the Wisconsin kid had the chance to do something because of the offense that he's gonna be in,
Mm-hmm.
and just for a guy that can show up. He had a first round grade, but to be honest with you, I watched positions. I
Mm-hmm.
watched my secondary definitely.
Of
Watch
course,
secondary.
I was gonna say that for last. You already know.
Yeah. But I'm also a coach, but I also am a fan of the game. I play the game, so if I see a lineman dominating, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, you watch it different.
And so yeah, I watch games totally different. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch it as the average person may watch the game. I watch the game from a coach perspective, and also I do watch it as a fan, but I watch it to see who is somebody really dominating, and somebody really doing this, or somebody really doing what they say. I'll check it out then. But
100%.
not really yeah. I don't really see, because against the NFL, you never know, man. Somebody, like I say, it could be an undrafted guy. Look at Denver, the
Mm-hmm.
tailback from Denver, undrafted running back with the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah,
So
I got one guy,
never
man.
know.
I got your boy from Tennessee State, man. His name Chris Rowland. The Falcons picked him up. They thought he was gonna get drafted by the Rams, but he ended up getting picked up, man. So we got big hopes for him out of TSU. He's he broke all the records in all-purpose yards in D1 AA this year, and
Okay.
they really was looking for bro to get drafted, but he didn't. But when I tell you, he do it all: play running back, play wide receiver, return kicks, broke all the Tennessee State all-purpose yards records this year. So I'm rooting for him to make the squad. More of us out there on HBCU level create more opportunities, man. So that's my one sleeper guy for the draft this year. and I'm looking for his other homeboy, New Bolt, to get on. But definitely for the opportunities that Chris Rowland got, definitely I would say take a look at him and see what he got going on this year.
Yeah, you get a different, hey, I had dreams of going to play big time college football, and I was blessed to go do that. But when you never shortchange. You look at the history, look at the guys that got gold jackets on. They come from black HBCUs. So
100%.
It's talent depth. It's just the cream of the NFL and the league will find you. We'll find you if you got it. We'll come get you.
I 100% agree with you.
And when you look at it, yes, you may not get recruited high. You have to go to HBCU, man. But like I said, it's a whole lot of gold jackets with that came out of HBCUs that so you never hold your hat on it. So it's good that people putting it out there a little bit more to look at them. You just I just hope in the future that they get the funding to try to lower these top athletes to go to these HBCUs, because a lot of times the money don't go into the football program.
Oh, 100%. Most of the time.
So the money, which I never been there, so I can't speak on it and act like I know.
You speaking facts,
but the money don't go to those to that football. It may go to the band. It may go to other resources. So it's hard to have the top-notch facilities, or hopefully you get your donors and stuff. But that's the only thing that's gonna help HBCUs when they get a little bit more funding.
Be a little bit more attractive to them cats, man. And also, I think that they as far as how they're doing it with the new climate change, with them being able to come up off their likeness. Normal case scenario, the black colleges, they share the revenue from the football team. Normally, normal case scenario, the football team make the biggest part of the revenue from the classic games, or if they play your Miamis or your Florida States. That's how they make their money. But
it's still most definitely it's still argued on how that money gets distributed.
No, it is. It's split up because it ain't going to just the football team, like you said, and that's what kind of make the program and the the resources not as good as the other programs. But like I said, if all, or, and I ain't mean to get into this, but if top 10, top 20 players in the country go to one black college, you best believe TV contracts gonna fall in. People gonna come to watch them cats. But it's just, like you said, making sure that money is allocated back into the program the right way to keep growing it. But like, hey, wherever you at, man, we want to see you, and they will come get you. It's 2 million proof previous players from D2, D3, D1. So we on our show, we congratulate all levels and hope everybody be successful.
You look at my man in Indy, play linebacker, beast.
Mathis.
Yes, beast.
Played against him, cuz at Alabama, he almost killed our tackle. I'm talking
the linebacker they got there now come from black college, don't he?
Which one?
Small school. He went to the Pro Bowl.
Let me look at a roster, see who we got on there.
I think he went to I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean,
but
I know the Ravens got they strong safety.
my man pretty good too.
Check him out. Let me see.
Darius Leonard. What school he went to?
Darius Leonard. Let me see. I'm looking him up right now.
He went to South Carolina State, just like I said. That's what I thought. Yeah. So again, and he's already in. He 2 years in the game, 2-time Pro Bowler. So again, it sometimes may not always fall like you want it to, but you go play ball and be a dog, because a lot of time those guys. I've coached a lot of black college kids that come up, and they just have a different mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because it's us, it's me against the world.
You're right. That's how it be.
I have to watch my mouth on here, so I won't say what I want to say, but it's so it's fun. Different attitude. It's always fun to have those guys, man. So shout out to them.
100%, man. And I thank you for coming on again, because that's all we really pretty much was gonna go over. I just want to also just take the time to see what y'all got as far as y'all team and how y'all looking for this year. I know season kind of different from the NFL, so what y'all looking like up there on y'all end? I know they got more games on TV now as far as Canadian games, ESPN, so we get to check you out a little bit on the state side a time or two. But let me know a little something that we need to know, to keep the people posted and educated on that side.
Well, it's a good brand of football. It's still pro football. The money ain't the same,
Yeah.
but it's still the same. It's still the same business structure. It's still ran the same way. And it's more of a college day atmosphere. Those the type of fans you get when you're dealing with Canadian fans of football. They love the game of football. Very passionate about it. And with the CFL, it's your college stars that you always wonder where they went to. You'll find them there if you watch, right?
Like your Manziels and people.
Exactly. They've all, people, again, you look at your Cameron Wakes down in Miami. Again, he didn't get a shot at the league right away. Ain't nobody say he can play. So he came up to the CFL, dominated. Now look at it.
Monster DN linebacker.
Perennial Pro Bowler. Big money. He's good. So different brand of football is fun. The field's wider. That's what people have to get used to.
Seemed like a nightmare for DBs.
Well, I was getting ready to touch on that, elaborate on it. You get a lot of DBs come up there. Oh, I played in the league because they played 2 years in the league and they, been on a couple practice rosters or whatever. They feel they can come up there and dominate. But what they fail to realize is it's still talent there. It's just that people got overlooked. They may be 5'8", they may be 5'9", or it may be someone that got hurt in the league, and then and all of a sudden, it's tough for them to get back in. So they come up there and play and make a career and make some real good money. So them DBs come up there, man, and they get that corner route ran on them. They think they good and not realizing that field's 65 yards wide.
And they going in motion, right?
Exactly. So they high motion, just like arena football, high motion.
High motion on a big boy field, not the arena field.
100%. So if you can't move your feet and cover, you will get exposed. So you get a lot of cover two corners that come up there and think they can come up there and play press and do a lot of things. And if you ain't got no feet, you miss.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. It's not a whole lot of zone football being played up there because of the size of the field. So you can't just sit and play. You got to play man. And a lot of young DBs come up there and get exposed real fast.
But it also seems like on the flip side, it'll make a man at you, boy. If you could cover Canada, you could cover anyone.
And that's exactly what happened. I got a guy right now, Winston Rose, who I work with for 2 years and coached up in Ottawa. And he went on and we didn't keep him. When I fought for him, we released him. And he went to another team up there in BC. And he balled out in BC, got about 5 picks. And then the next year, he signed. BC didn't trust, they ain't want to trust him either. Then he went on to Winnipeg, and Winnipeg, I think he had like 9 picks last year. Now he just signed a 3-year deal in the NFL. And guess what? And he only 25 years old. So that's
got a lot of snaps left in him.
So he got more experience than a rookie coming into the NFL right now, because he's been playing pro football for the last 4 years, 4 years. So he has a leg up on a young DB that come in. But it's a fun game, man. It's exciting, like you allotted to, man. We definitely on the screen. We would have. Matter of fact, tonight would have been our first game. Yeah. But since the pandemic, we've been put on hold. So it's also hurt a lot of guys who, matter of fact, from the Tampa area, because we was gonna have a workout. We was gonna have a workout camp there, try to sign some guys. But with the pandemic, we weren't able to make the trip down there to the Central Florida in the Tampa area where we was gonna have the workout. Try to see again. We always looking for talent, man, and it's just a fun game, man. You got to catch them. We on TV Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. Like I say, we'll see what's going on now. They got us pushed back, so we waiting to see when we'll go.
Yep. Yeah, they got everybody like that, man. And definitely I'm with you. I already been on it, with us being family, I already been watching the Canadian Football League, even with me playing in the arena, and NFL and Canada almost was an option. Me and you discussed it heavy. So all y'all players out there watching, definitely you heard it first, man. It could happen. Don't ever think where you go determines where you're gonna end up.
Not at all. Definitely, you see that or not, it's about the uniforms. It's about these schools who really really want you and who really recruiting you. Again, I worked in a college last year, so I've been on all three levels.
Yeah,
and
in the
coached on
league
all
too,
three
cuz I
levels.
remember you
So
coaching in the league too now.
yeah, so it's a guys have to understand, man. I was a Florida State guy, diehard Florida State growing up. If I didn't go
Prime
to Florida
time.
State, if I didn't go to Florida State, I was going to leave the state, right? Because I had Miami in front of me on game day. I went to Florida on a visit, and again, they was honest with me on their assessment of me. And again, I wasn't a Hurricane fan growing up. I respected them. I like what they did. I know they was crazy. I like how they played football, but I was a Seminole. So if I didn't go to Florida State, I was going to leave the state, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's the reason I left. But guys
worked
can
out
go
for
to
you now. Worked out
most
for you,
definitely.
because boy, that was a big move. It was exciting times watching all that go down.
Man, you can go to again. You might not. Basically, what I'm saying is, you may not be able to go to your dream school, but you can still go
Yeah.
and ball and have fun, man. And you get opportunity to go to school. Go to school.
100%. I'm with you, cuz best
Get a
experience of my
chance to
life.
go. Oh man, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, straight up, man. You got to go, and the fun you gonna have, and the people you gonna meet. It's no better thing to do, man, is to go and do that and enjoy yourself, man.
Right.
And
Still reach out to him this day. Like you seen my teammate, he just jumped on. Like the relationships you make with your college teammates or your roommates, man, lifetime. You end up being godfathers of kids and stuff like that.
Well, definitely, just like your homeboy you played with, Dominique.
Yeah.
Respect him. I like, again, it's a reason he's been playing in the league for a long time, man. And I watch him from afar.
Yeah, he's a good dude
I
too.
always respected his game. But again,
Solid.
it go back what we saying. Look where he came from.
And I was gonna shout out to DRC, man. You took the cat out the bag. We already talking about it, man. We got you on here, man. Coming on soon, man. We done fucked you up. I spoke to him already. He already told me, whatever you need, bro. Real solid dude off the field too, cuz Florida boy.
100.
Real stay down here in Florida, close to me. Anytime I need him, he been available for me. So shout out DRC, man. And y'all look for him coming soon on the episode, man. Like I told y'all guys, man, I thank Cuz for coming on. I know he got packed day. He's doing his thing as far as still active in the game in in Canada. So definitely I appreciate you for coming on, Cuz, and, talking football with me. Definitely, if y'all like what y'all hearing, y'all liking everything that y'all seeing, make sure that y'all subscribe, share, tell a friend. Get ready. We getting this thing geared up. Football season coming, so get ready to catch these new episodes of what's happening in fantasy world. BPS in, man. Thank you, cuz. Thank you,
no
audience.
problem,
Man, y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna have some more episodes coming soon, man. You're gonna see some more throwbacks, man. Got this throwback Randy Moss on here, so definitely we're gonna try to keep the thing going, man. But thank you guys, man. Thank everybody. Thank you, cuz. And stay tuned, man. We'll see y'all next on our next episode. Like I said, keep
all right,
tuning
man.
in.
Appreciate it, man. All right, boss.
Appreciate you, cuz. Have a good one.
All right, now. Bet that
All
up.
right.
Yeah.
Do you Yahoo or ESPN? Y'all doing this for fun or y'all playing to win? Round here, we all in, and the winner get the big bag. Talk tough, point correction, and have you looking sad. Big bucks, take a loss.